All right, and then here we go. What up, everybody? We are back at you with another video. Got a special guest, my big bro Percy Crawford, formerly of Fight Height.
What's up? What's up with you, man?
What's going on?
I can't call it, bro.
Yeah, so then we gonna get into our first topic. Everybody, what is y'all three actually picks for the Hall of Fame? I am gonna go with you first, JG.
Oh man, I damn. What did I put in the group? I think that I gave four. So the ones that I had was I think Floyd, Ward, and Vlad. So if I had to go three, those are the three that I'm going with. I do have to give it. I'm gonna give an explanation. Obviously, Floyd, I don't have to give an explanation for that. Ward, it started with him getting the gold medal and obviously winning the Super Six, and on top of that, capturing the light heavyweight title against the juggernaut, in which he did. He got 2 wins against Sergey Kovalev. Whether or not people believe he won the first one or not, he still got 2 wins in what seemed like an improbable feat. So I'm going with him there because all he did was win fights, and he won big fights. And I'm going with Vlad because obviously his dominance over the heavyweight division, whether you believe it's a weak heavyweight division or not, he's still in the record books. And he was very dominant for a long time.
Percy?
I agree. I agree with those 3 picks. I had James Toney right outside on the cusp, but Floyd Mayweather, like he said, man, no explanation needed. Andre Ward, I think people forget he was picked last in the Super Six when the standings came out. He ended up winning it. Not to mention he took a fight against Sakio Bika outside the tournament, which everybody knows Sakio Bika isn't a cakewalk. So I thought that held big with me. The 2 Kovalev wins, retiring undefeated, retiring on his own premise. Ward, Vladimir Klitschko, longevity. I think the record with the title reign. I'm like my man said, man, people like to point out the era, but I look at it the other way. Who did he avoid? It's not who he fought. Who did he avoid? He didn't avoid anybody. He fought everybody and even gave Anthony Joshua work on his way out. So that's my 3 too. James Toney would be right on the outskirts of that because that's another self-explanatory pick.
Mike?
Honestly, you know what? And I'm liking everything they saying so far. My 3 will be Floyd, Klitschko, and as much as I love Andre Ward, I got to get my boy James Toney in. James Toney was he was a master of his craft, even though he had some fights where he didn't, was what I'll say, he didn't show his full potential or he kind of slacked off. But right after he would slack off, he would go on the run of pure dominance constantly. And I think James Toney is one of the most underappreciated fighters of all time. So, and I think this is this his second or third go around on the ballot? I think it's his second or third go around on this ballot that he hasn't got in yet.
I'm not sure, man. It's so weird. These guys don't really officially retire no more. So
it is weird because Ward and Vlad, like I feel like they just fought. Doesn't seem like they just fought, but
it don't seem like it's been 5 years since neither one of them retired. It ain't been 5 years yet, but I think I seen somewhere where they cut it from 5 to 3 years, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's 3 now.
Yeah. So,
but like I say, James Toney, Vladimir Klitschko, pure dominance. No, like you said, no matter what you say about who he fought and who he did. Well, look, there is nobody he didn't fight unless you want to mention he didn't fight Wilder. And the only reason he didn't fight Wilder is because Wilder's team said they wasn't ready for that.
And at that moment, that fight wouldn't. I mean, it's like whatever, you know what I'm saying, but. I mean, there's a lot of great candidates. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got Cotto. You got Cotto as well. You can throw in there, like y'all said, James Toney. But
oh man,
I mean, Cotto was that motherfucker.
Cotto was my fourth. Cotto was my fourth. He was my fourth right outside.
Cotto was on my list too.
I love watching
Cotto was number 5 for me.
Yeah, he'll bad. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It sucks that you got to choose just, the few that you got to choose from.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like you said, Ward. I mean, it's really between a toss-up between Ward, Cotto. Honestly, if you like that, or you could just put James Toney in. But, I mean, Ward did his thing. Like Percy said, he's the last one selected for the Super Six, Olympic gold medalist. I mean, he dominated. He dominated his way. He was kind of like a smaller version of Vlad. It wasn't exciting. It wasn't, he probably had a little more better competition. But, I mean, Floyd, of course, look what he did. You know what I'm saying? And Vlad, just dominant. It ain't about who you fight. It's how you dominate when you fight whoever you fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure if he could go back to another era.
Thank you, babe.
He'll probably go back. But, I mean, Vlad was a bad man.
No,
that
thank you.
Dropped that right hand or that
it,
left hook. You know what I'm saying? It's night. Ask Eddie Chambers. Ask fuck hell, he dropped Anthony Joshua with that mug and had that motherfucker scared. You know what I'm saying? For a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, he had Anthony Joshua on Queer Street for about 3 or 4 rounds.
Bro, I'm telling you, if he was a little younger or a little more active heading into that fight, it probably would have been it could have been a different outcome.
I agree.
But like I said, you can't go wrong with the selections, man. Outside of Floyd and Vladimir, I think Toney, Ward, Cotto, I mean, shit, those are great fighters. James Toney definitely kind of gets forgotten about a little bit just because he's fought so damn long. You know what I'm saying? That you don't know if he's going to fight again tomorrow or what. But, yeah, I'll go with Vlad, Ward.
I hate that boxers don't get official retirements like other sports, man. It's kind of I hate that shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It is crazy. But I think that also you got to kind of find some way because fighters, man, they word is never really they bond. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that.
Yeah.
I mean, they can be retired for 10 years, motherfucker. Chris Bird talking about fighting again, and we ain't seen him in a boxing ring. How long? So it's like you got to
talk about fighting at middleweight.
Yeah, you got to kind of find something for them to do, like an elder statesman club.
He looks like right
now. Look, you know somebody else. Look, I'm gonna say this, and he my boy, and I'm not saying nothing bad about him, but I like perfect. Like Alan Green to me, Alan Green is a guy who, was he skilled and talented? Yes, but he's a guy that's like the last few times I've seen him fight, he like getting lambasted, and it's like, dude. Okay, man. Knock it off, man.
That last fight he fought on the undercard. I think Wilder Ortiz 2, or one of them cards of PBC. He got knocked out. I wasn't the biggest Alan Green fan. Y'all know that, so I ain't gonna. But I respect him for what he did. He iced Jadon Codrington. He got power.
Yeah, he did.
But I didn't like how he went out after he talked all that junk about Ward. And then the excuses he made. They called him tell him, man, I overtrained. Right? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I respect the shit out of him, but we got to be real up here. You know what I'm saying? I didn't respect that shit talking and then try to make an excuse because Ward looked at him like, come on, bro. Come on. Don't, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, these fighters fight until they feel like they can't. I feel like they need to have some type of league for them.
This is another thing, too. Safer. The fans the social media fans, quit hyping them up, and you know what's gonna happen.
I don't even think it's the fans.
Because I think that's counterproductive.
Ego thing, bro. When you got the money,
no,
first,
that factors in too. That factors in too, though.
Yeah, but
because
you got the money.
Look, if you look at all them comments, you're the greatest. You can do this. Nobody can beat you. You can do it. You can accomplish everything. Like, come on, man.
Really,
I get that, but they be fishing. I think they just fishing for their acknowledgement.
Yeah, really.
I don't think they believe it.
Man, it's all they know. This all they know, bro. That's
right. A validation type thing. You know that.
Elton, what's yours, man? What's yours?
Yeah, mine's is Floyd, Ward, and Cotto.
Okay.
Whoa, over Vlad.
Yeah,
I can see how. I mean, Cotto was box office though. Like,
this is the thing why I'm gonna pick Cotto, because other than Floyd and Manny, Cotto's been on the big stage more than anybody in the last 15 years.
Yeah,
he done fought Solo, Manny, Floyd, Shane, Sergio Martinez.
Now I feel you, Cotto and Ward right here. The only reason I picked Ward over him is when you win at that level and you hadn't been beaten and you won a gold medal, the gold medal counted for me, and that's what put him over the top.
Fact.
You know?
And what I feel like,
glad with my, I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
And honestly, what I think about, I feel bad for Cotto just because I feel like that Margarito one fight ruined him. I think if they fought on the even playing field, I think his fight with Manny Pacquiao would have been way more competitive. You see what he did with Floyd, even though he clearly lost. That was a tough fight because you seen.
I think that's the one.
I think you seen either Big Floyd or Roger was like, man, you got to fucking get back on your defense because Floyd was in there. You know, they wasn't liking what they saw. So imagine if you had a fresher Cotto, how much better that fight could have been. I feel like Margarito robbed Cotto of a lot of.
I agree with that. Yeah, because in the Manny fight, like, and not to take too much shine from you guys or whatever, we're talking too much, but I just feel like when you get your ass, like when you get your ass whipped, like at some point, all you know is how to get your ass whipped. Until he got that validation back for himself and winning that fight, he wasn't the same. Like it felt just like he was getting his ass whipped with Margarito, probably, or that's what it looked like. It looked like he was shell shocked.
Hell yeah,
Dog, and I'll be honest, I thought the second Margarito fight was prematurely stopped, to be honest.
It was, though. It was. You're right.
Margarito was coming on. Margarito was coming on a little bit, yeah. And they said, hold on, you ain't about to do that shit. We about to go ahead and do that.
For real. For real. Hey, let me ask y'all something, bro, because I saw his name a little bit being thrown out as somebody that was being disrespected by not even being mentioned. None of us mentioned Tim Bradley.
Well, he's on the list. I mean, he's just, if you look at the list, let's look at the list though. Like, all right, there's a couple guys I would throw over Tim Bradley. Like, for example, like I think Diego Corrales, I put Diego over Tim Bradley. Carl Froch, I put Carl over Tim Bradley.
Hell, what?
You put Carl over him?
I don't know about Froch.
I don't know either. I like Froch.
I like Froch, but I don't know about that.
I don't know. Froch. I mean, look, he got the biggest win Tim Bradley got was Pacquiao. I mean, whether you believe it or not, that goes.
Yeah, it's true.
That goes for something.
Hey, what about Marquez? He dog Marquez.
Oh yeah, he beat him.
His only loss is Pacquiao. That's his only losses against Pacquiao.
And he lost those fights before he even stepped in the ring. He was starstruck, bro. He was so starstruck.
Not only that, he gave us one of the greatest fights of the last 10 years too with Ruslan.
I'll be honest.
That's the first fight I ever seen a guy.
That fight should have been stopped. He should have got stopped in that fight.
That's the first fight I seen a guy get knocked out and not quit.
I ain't gonna lie,
it's like Ruslan knocked him out, but he didn't quit.
It hurt me to watch it because like thinking about it now, like should nobody just get hit like that? It's one thing. It's one thing they had equal power, bro. It was like a fucking like a big puncher going against a motherfucker that couldn't knock us out, bro. And we don't box, bro. And like for real, dog. But that was a great fight.
Ask this. Other than the Pacquiao one, which obviously was controversial, like what are Tim's signature wins?
Junior Witter when he went over to the UK.
Junior Witter, yep. Lamont Peterson, Kevin Alexander, the Battle of the Unbeaten.
Okay. Yeah.
His actually resume at 140 is great.
Yeah, he beat up Lamont Peterson too.
I was about to say a lot of people.
I say Lamont
at 135.
Yeah, his same resume at 140 is great. Now,
and didn't he knock out
trash, but.
Yeah, I feel like
that's when they showed the friction between Golden Boy and Top Rank.
That kind of ruined him because we missed him on some really big fights that could have been made.
He had a chance to fight Amir Khan, and he didn't want that shit. He didn't want that. He had a chance.
You know what? Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I think Amir Khan would have beat the hell out of 140. I swear, I think he would.
He would have beat the hell out of him.
Man, the hand speed was something else, man. You see what he did to Devin Alexander.
And I just don't think Tim had.
He made Devin look like Devin was stuck in quicksand.
Yeah, Devin was like.
Sorry, y'all. I gotta eat, bro. I've been out all day, so I'm sorry.
Good.
Who else on here? I think Hatton's gonna eventually make it.
Yeah, I'm cool on that.
You know what? I can't even lie. I promise you. I think Hatton don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't think he was a good fighter. I just really believe he built his resume off of beating older guys.
He did.
Yeah, Ben Tacky. He beat Ben Tacky when he was old. He beat Cosby when he was old.
He got Castillo when he was old too. He got Castillo too.
Exactly. And then when he finally started fighting guys who was his age, he getting highlight reeled.
Hadn't benefited from having perfect timing. He came at a time when the UK really was looking for somebody. He just had great timing.
A savior, yep.
Yeah.
Then I think that he get in just because of 2 losses. He lost to fucking Floyd and Manny.
Yeah.
He got another loss too, don't he?
Yeah.
His last fight, he came back and got stopped with a body shot.
Wait, what's that boy name? Who got him?
Shevchenko, something like that.
Man, stop messing.
He was winning that fight too, though. Shevchenko, well, you know I don't pronounce them foreign names.
That's why I said quit messing with the names up.
Now, I don't really think he was much of a fighter, but he got some big fights in his time. Benny Paz is on his list.
I think Calderon's got to make it.
Yeah, he should have been in. Calderon should. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
You know what?
It's cut off, man. It's so many
I think that loss. I think that loss was like a major indictment on him because it's like they felt like he always fought guys who he knew he would beat, and when he finally fought somebody that was on his level, he get destroyed.
Oh man, he was old as fuck then, bro.
No. I'm saying I think that's the consensus with him.
No, I'm not saying it towards you. I'm just saying, like, man, Calderon, you watched that motherfucker. He was a defensive.
He's a bad boy for sure.
That's what you should have called Silk. That's what you should have called Silk JG instead of that other dude.
What other dude?
I ain't saying his name.
Oh, your favorite fighter?
No, your favorite fighter. We got to guess on the show, so I ain't gonna say his name. I don't know what I'm talking about. You set that interview up. Favorite fighter, bro.
Oh man, shit. All right, let's get into the breakdown because it's a couple weeks away. I am gonna go with this one first. What about Tank versus Santa Cruz?
Ooh,
man.
What about? I mean, I don't know. I lean towards who, me?
Yeah,
I lean towards Tank. Man, Tank is a pressure fighter. He's physically strong and he can punch. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fighters got more physical, like Ward. He had the physical strength, but he couldn't punch. You got Davis, who got the physical strength, and he can punch. So, and you know, Santa Cruz gonna be coming forward. Bro. For him, he gonna have to utilize that jab. He gonna have to pump that jab out consistently. I mean, it's gonna have to be all up in the face of, you know, Davis from the moment the bell ring. He gonna have to try to get some angles. You know, kind of confuse Davis. He got more experience. I don't know if he had a higher ring IQ, you know what I'm saying? But he moving up in weight, even though I think the fight taking place at 130, but both of the titles on the line, which I don't know what's the deal about that. I just think that Davis gonna put something on him and he gonna hurt him. He gonna hurt Santa Cruz. It's kind of gonna be like Spence versus Garcia, but I think Davis gonna get the stoppage. I think it's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be bad for Leo Santa Cruz, bro. He would have been better off fighting Gary Russell Jr. in unification at 126 than dealing with Tank. So I think he's gonna stop him like around 8 rounds.
Mike,
man, you know what? The only chance that it's 2 chances for Leo Santa Cruz to win is if Tank is, you know, being lazy and, you know, and he going into this fight not taking it serious. That's one, and the other one is where that fight at again? Where they fighting? San Antonio. So unless he can hit up Jerry Jones and see about getting a football helmet put on his head, dude, he gonna get wiped out. He's gonna get beat bad.
I want to say this is gonna be a more competitive fight, man. I just don't believe that Santa Cruz has the power to keep.
I don't know, man. It's in Texas, man. It's in Texas.
I mean, and then Davis,
right, but if he can't wear a helmet, then it don't matter. It could be in his hometown.
I'm about to say he might get the decision.
I say this: Davis didn't knock out. He didn't knock out. I mean, or he struggled. He didn't so much struggle with Gamboa, but we know he he probably should have knocked out Gamboa. You know what I'm saying? He probably should have.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that. I mean, and then if he struggled to make weight, that's another thing. So there's a lot of variables with Davis because he's so undisciplined out in between fights. But he can punch. So you need.
Another thing is what's called too with that fight, like you say, is like okay, because we do know that Santa Cruz got a high work rate.
Yes.
So with that being said, now maybe he could go in there and try to outwork him. But even with that, I mean, for me, I can't even be funny. I can't see a guy who was running scared from Scary Frampton going up against a Tank Davis and like really standing up to that. I can't see it.
Yeah, I gotta agree, and I agree with you guys. But I mean, for me, I'm gonna go from a technical aspect. Leo Santa Cruz don't move his head, and I mean, I could just see it being a bloody mess. I could just see him trying to come forward and really just eating that left hand all night. It's eating the left hand straight to the face all night, bro.
Oh, that shit ain't gonna work.
Yeah, I see him probably. Like the thing about Tank that people don't give Tank credit for is Tank actually can box. He's a boxer puncher that just really has heavy ass hand. No, he can box, man. He can move around when he needs to. When he's not lazy, when he's not looking for the knockout, he can box. And I mean, I could definitely see. And the thing about Tank too, though, is that a lot of people don't give him credit for is that he actually sets his shot up. He sets them joints up. Yeah. So it's not like he's just out there throwing bombs. He sets them up with IQ. So like he might jab, then all of a sudden, boom, I hit you with a bomb. So he does a very good job of setting it up. And I just think Leo Santa Cruz, I don't think he moves his head enough. And I mean, really, he doesn't move. He does work, but at the same time, it plays into the favor of the bigger, stronger fighter. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go with Tank in the stoppage. I'm going to say about round 6. I can see it being competitive maybe for the first or second round, but then after that, I can just see Tank teeing off on his ass.
Percy?
Oh, man. I'll be honest. Looking at the pictures of Tank, I think Tank is overtrained. Tank is very thin, being 2-3 weeks out. Not a good look. I think he went to Vegas, and I think Floyd worked him the way Floyd works. It's different when you can only focus on boxing. It's a lot different when you're doing a weight loss camp. I don't know, man. I saw some pictures of him in the Mayweather Boxing Club parking lot. He looked thin, almost like he didn't have no muscles in his legs anywhere. That could be problematic because he's facing a volume puncher. I think at this level, power means very little. It's very few fights at this level where you see knockouts or guys getting hurt.
Yeah.
I think Leo Santa Cruz's volume could be the difference because one thing I noticed in the Gamboa fight, Tank isn't a volume puncher, man. He was real methodical in selecting the punches he wanted to throw. He made them count, but it wasn't in high volume. So if you let Leo kind of bank 5-6 rounds of just, 90 punches here, 80 punches there, against a guy who looks physically drained to me, I don't know if Tank can pull out late heroics in a fight like that because he just physically didn't look good to me.
Damn, you made a great point because
that is a good point.
His power might not translate up, and like you said, once you step your competition up, it don't matter how. Everybody ain't gonna fall to your power. You know what I'm saying? People got the will, whatever you want to call it, in them, and damn, he made a good point because Leo Santa Cruz, he like to go to the body. So if you weak and you ain't got no muscle mass and you can't really take those punches, it could be like James Kirkland losing to Ishida back in the day, surprise knockout loss.
I think Tank is trying so hard to prove to people that he can make 130 that he probably should have just made 35 because I think it's, either 30 or 35 is the weight class. I think he's trying to prove.
I thought they agreed at 133.
No, it's actually 130, but there's 135 belts are on the line, sort of like
130. Yeah. So if you don't make 130, I think 135. If he come over 130, it don't matter. Both titles, yeah.
So I think he's trying to go out of his way to show people, even if you look at the way he tweets, like, "Oh, I'm sure I'm not gonna make weight. I'm gonna show him this easy." He didn't look too healthy to me, man. And against a volume puncher, I think he need all his energy for some late night heroics because I can see Leo getting up some rounds on him. I'm not even really sure I want to pick Leo by decision, but I can see it happening.
Before you jump in, Elton, and like you said, person, he tweeting about the wrong thing. As a fighter, you should already be able to know you can make weight. Yes. You should be talking about, I'm trying to show you I can set up these punches, I can set, I can show angles, I can do that. So you already got the wrong mentality now. Like you said,
went to Vegas for a weight loss camp. Yeah, he went to Vegas to work like Floyd, and Floyd can only focus on boxing.
That's what I'm saying. He should have been working like Floyd. He should have been working. That's why I say all these fighters that got the luxury to be around Floyd. As soon as you meet this man, you should already adapt that mentality. Where you hitting camp for a strategy, not to lose weight. You might, if Tank lose this fight, stick a fork in him, bro. Stick a fork in him.
Okay, with everything y'all just said about Tank, who does that sound just like?
Adrian Broner.
Exactly.
And what Adrian Broner ain't done?
I kid you not. Adrian Broner. Look, if you look at the stats, the punch stats of the fight, I swear, if he ain't the most accurate puncher in boxing, but it's only because he throw about 14 punches a round. Yes. But out of 14, he gonna land 12.
Mm-hmm. And I think AB is a little more durable than Tank. I think AB will be a little more durable than Tank too.
But what does that mean though? What does that mean, Smooth Cat? I mean, he landed. Jesse Vargas didn't go nowhere. Granados didn't go nowhere. These fighters ain't going nowhere, and they was landing more punches. I mean, he lost to Vargas. Me and JG was on the phone watching that fight. You could probably say he lost to Granados. So what does that mean? Like Percy said, when you're on this championship level, no matter how accurate you are, if you're getting outworked and they landing shots and just boxing and moving effectively, it's all about the judge's point of view at the end of the day. They got
what?
Fight in their hand.
That's the thing too. I think you need to be a strict criteria of how to judge a fight, because I kid you not, I done seen fights where one guy literally dominates the whole night, and the referees will say the other guy won, and it's like, how? Dude, I don't even. Okay, this is the thing. Like you got some who prefer boxers, you got some who prefer sluggers, and then you got the every now and then the in between guys. Okay, where in the rules does it say, okay, a fight has to be fought a certain way to win? Because I mean, we know it's a lot of skeptical fights. Like, to me, look, I mean, not even keep bringing that old fight up, but I still don't see no way in the world how Tony Harrison got a decision against Charlo. I don't understand that.
I can see that. I can see that, but that's just me. But
I can't.
You should have said like Paul Williams, Aaron Landy, something like that. That was a robbery.
You said, wait, Paul Williams and Laura.
Yeah, that was a robbery, bro.
Yeah, that was. But I feel the Charlo fight was a robbery.
But maybe so. But that fight, that Williams Laura fight was nothing competitive whatsoever. It was nothing that said, you know what?
Hey, look. The second Charlo and damn, that second fight was more competitive than the first. Yeah, Harrison, that was more competitive to me than the first fight was.
I think judges go off body language as well. Charlo in that first fight was swinging, missing, angry, and he just looked kind of not himself. You know what I'm saying? He fought out of control, and Tony Harrison looked composed. He landed shots. He was countering, and kind of looked like they were fighting his type of fight. So, I mean, judges go off of all kinds of different shit. You know what I'm saying? That we'll never understand.
But that's the thing. It's like there's no standard. Like, if it was a standard, it would be able to maybe we can calm down with calling like some of the things robbery. If it was a standard to really say like, okay, it has to be this way or else type thing.
Yeah, like a clear criteria for it. You about to
right.
What I think they should have fresh judges, each fight. I mean, I know a lot of people go off experience.
70-year-old people judging fights shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, you got 70.
If you 70, retired, not to be funny.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean,
they got to remove them from ringside. They got to put them in separate rooms.
I agree.
Watching a big screen, have a commissioner in there with them. After the round, you write your score down, give it to the commissioner. Mm-hmm. You got to remove them from ringside. That's where it starts.
It should be each round. You should have to give your score, and you can't take it back. Or
no, give it to that commissioner, and it's over with. Because I always say this, man. If you've ever been to a live fight, it is nothing like watching it on TV.
It definitely is not.
Judges should be watching it on TV, man. Anything. Look down at your anything, and you miss a moment.
Yep, bro. You be talking to other media members and shit. What happened? Oh, damn.
Yeah,
I was
bro.
at the fight in Wilder. Missed the knockout of who was it? A white boy that was the welterweight that was on the rise that lost to damn, the white boy that got knocked out by Collazo. And then he got knocked out
by I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
the
Brian
young
Perella.
dude.
Brian Perella.
Yeah, there you go.
No, not that one.
No. Was
This
it?
is on the Wilder Areola on the card. He fought the dude that Terrence
you
Crawford.
going way back.
Oh, I know you're talking about the cowboy.
Yeah, Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That fight was like that. I was like, damn, it's over already. Okay. I mean, it was just like, yeah, but like you said, at a live fight, everything
is different, man. You see these judges when the action's on the other side of the ring, these judges looking under the ropes. You can't tell who working on the inside. Yeah, it's crazy. We getting off. I got to get Elton prediction on this.
Yeah, my bad.
Honestly, looking at it, there's a lot of variables that I am looking at. Like I am looking at Leo. His father's almost died for like the third time over the summer. Yeah. His father almost died a few weeks ago. That is weighing heavy on him. To me, he wants to win. Leo's the one who called for this fight. Leo's the one's been calling Tank out. It is damn something he sees to make
something.
To me, it is something Leo sees. I mean, I don't know what it is.
Mike got something too.
Yeah. I'm like,
but Mikey, go ahead, my bad, Elton, go ahead.
Yeah, we about to find out in 2 weeks. I mean, to me, logically thinking, Tank should tear his ass up. To me, because he actually got the hand speed, the foot speed. But I think, especially fighting in front of a pro-Mexican crowd in damn San Antonio, it is going to be different. And I am still going to edge Tank, but almost like Percy say, Leo winning isn't going to shock me the way I would have thought it would maybe a month ago.
Well, let me ask y'all this: if Tank loses, do y'all lose all faith in him?
No.
I mean, comparing. No. I mean, looking at everybody that's around him, like you got Haney, you got Garcia, you got Campbell, you got all these other guys. I mean, what would he fit in? I guess maybe we got to also wait to weigh in too, because I'm still skeptical that, you know, if he, like you said, the pictures you've seen, if he barely makes it or he makes it 135.
I think he's gonna wait now.
I was about to say, I think he makes it, but I think that's the problem. I think he's weeks out, and he might be 32 right now, 33. That's what
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like if he's struggling to make weight, I put some more. I think he's a talented fighter. I put my question marks more so on his work ethic. If he can't make 130 with like 3 or 4 months, you know what I'm saying, in a healthy way, and probably struggle to make 135, like where is this silver lining there? You know what I'm saying? Who is he going? Is he going to be at 140 at 5'4" or however?
I do think Tank's downfall is the climb up when he starts getting in that 40 range. I think that's going to be his downfall. I think the thing Leo sees in him is a lazy fighter. These active Mexican fighter, when you see, you know, Josecito Lopez and Jesse Vargas wanting the Bronas and Leo Santa Cruz, like Elton say, was on Twitter like, Tank, we fighting or not? He was calling him out. When you see that, it's because they see a lazy guy in the ring and they feel like they can capitalize on that. If he can or can't, we'll see. But I think that's what they see. They see these guys that are lazy in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's
if he ain't got no helmet.
Hey, we might be in for a surprise though, because if Leo Santa Cruz goes in there and not win, but if he get a stoppage or something like that, I mean, I don't know. I got to see these pictures of Tank, because Tank you can tell it ain't the first time when he be drawn in, his cheeks be sucking in and like.
And I'm looking at his body, his muscle structure is gone.
Yeah, Floyd had worked this motherfucker too hard. Shit.
That's what happens when you got a guy whose weight scares you, though, man. You work the shit out of him, and next thing you know, they don't wait 2 months, 2 weeks out.
Yep, and that's why they might be kind of reeling it out.
That is like Oscar versus Manny. Oscar was on weight like 3 weeks out. He like 45. I was like, I say he about to get his ass whooped in there.
Elton, that's facts, bro. I'll never forget this, bro. I was watching 24/7, and Oscar said, "I'm stepping on this scale, and this is gonna determine if I can eat Thanksgiving dinner or not." And he was like 146.
Yeah, I remember.
And I was like, bro, they got like 3 weeks, and that's why I was like, man, he is drained.
He got in that fucking ring. He was like, he was stuck in mud, bro. He was stuck in neutral.
Yes, 1 sec, fellas.
I'm looking at these pictures of Tank. He definitely looks real small. Definitely looks small.
Look at his face. He like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
But he looked like, but I'm looking at like months out. I'm looking at September, and he looks like he was in shape in September. He looks like he was smaller than that.
But that's what I'm saying. What type of shape was he in? Was he in 135, 140 shape and not 130 shape? You know what I'm saying? It's a point to where even if you're in shape, struggling to make weight kills all that momentum. It kills all that momentum because you doing so hard to get to a certain goal, which is 130. It's like it don't matter how good, how fast, and how many miles you can run and shit. If you struggling to make a weight, all that hard work go out the window.
I'll tell you what's worse.
Experienced champion.
I'll tell you what's worse than struggling to make weight, which I think is Tank's problem, is he peaked too early. I think he probably should have went to Vegas with like 3 weeks left, and he's been out there a long time, and Floyd peaked him too soon.
Yeah,
possibly. I could definitely see that because he looks.
Not in Baltimore or Atlanta. They was like, nah, get out here.
Yeah,
He need to go somewhere where nobody. He need to go places where it's just him and whoever his team is, the people that got his best interest in mind. Where it's somewhere, I'm talking about somewhere that we ain't even thinking about. Second, he need to get off social media. He need to block out all that trying to impress whoever he's trying to impress.
That's every fighter problem.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
I'll tell you why he out in Vegas though. He went out to Vegas because everybody was shaming him when Devin was out there. He was in the gym and he not even before the fight.
Yep, that's exactly what it's about.
That's what got his ass out there.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah, and fact of the matter, it might be cool in Baltimore. It's probably been cool in Baltimore for a while. Tank needs heat, dry heat, humidity. Get that weight off of him.
Hot here.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, you out there? Oh, shit. He needs that heat, man.
It is still hot.
I know if he get by Leo Santa Cruz, Devin Haney want that smoke with him. So,
he's like Ryan Garcia next.
I mean, whoever it is, man.
Who fight Ryan Garcia next?
Tank.
You do so y'all actually believe?
If he beat Campbell, it's gonna be
that Oscar gonna let Ryan fight anybody who he think can beat him.
If you look at Ryan Garcia going back and forth, they are basically telling you the fight's pretty much agreed to. Both just have to win.
I don't see Ryan passing up a shot at Devin Haney for a title. Not for no Tank. I mean, unless the money.
Tank, I'm about to say the money different.
But Luke Campbell, people sleeping on Luke Campbell, man, I can see him going there and dusting off Ryan Garcia. I mean, I don't believe in Ryan Garcia like that. I don't believe in none of these young fighters like that until they fight somebody and show me something. So, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. Exactly, bro.
They just tweet, man.
I know Haney better knock out Gamboa. I know that. I know we jumping ahead, but I know I'm disappointed in that selection after all that shit he talked. He could have fought Fortuna or Linares or somebody.
Wait a minute. What the hell happened to Garcia and Linares?
It was it was supposed to be Linares Fortuna, but Linares caught COVID and they scrapped that fight. And then Fortuna.
But remember, Linares was set to fight Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Ryan
Garcia beefing with
Oscar. Yeah, because he wanted more money, but now he's fighting Luke. I'm telling you, Luke Campbell got that height, that reach, that experience. I mean,
Luke Campbell is good.
Yeah, I think he can beat Ryan.
Me, honestly, my thing is don't get me wrong. I don't see nothing wrong with promoting your fighter. That's your job. You're supposed to be like, oh, I feel he's the future, but you can't keep calling him the future and you don't want to match him up with nobody.
I mean, that's kind of what Floyd does with Davis. I mean, let's be real. I mean,
wait a minute.
Let's be real.
Oh, Oh, just on my TV, it just said Demetrius and Andrade is fighting Dusty Harrison.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's not
Quit
even
playing.
That's not even noteworthy, bro. I said this. He's fighting a welterweight at super middleweight. I'm like, all right.
Bro, I've never seen such a decorated fighter who has all the tools that just don't fight nobody, bro.
I don't get it. I don't
that's
get
what
it,
boxing
bro.
is where it's at, man. That's what boxing is where it's at. It's like the 10th, 15th, 20th sport. Y'all still box? Okay. Well, I guess I'll check the fight out. That's how it is, man. It's all these fighters nowadays. The promoters too. You know what I mean? You can't make nobody fight nobody, so.
All right.
Yeah, you right about that.
I was about to say, Elton, we going off task, man. Like, I already know what you want to say, man.
My bad.
Get to the big one this weekend. Loma versus Tio.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this one, man.
This is a hard one.
Smooth cat.
It is a hard one. I still don't know who I'm picking.
Me. Mike.
Honestly, man, you know what? With this fight, literally been back and forth, up and down, and all around the world with this fight. Seriously, I sat there because some days I really like when I watch Lomachenko. I say, okay, you know what? Now Lomachenko, let's say about 5 fights ago, I feel he would easily smoke Teofimo, the Lomachenko from 5 fights ago. The current Lomachenko, it's like since he came to 135, it's something about, it's like he's taking a lot more damage. He don't look as quick, even though he's still a solid, great fighter, but he doesn't look like he got the same And honestly, I can see a fight where he could be outboxing Teofimo dang near all night, and just in the middle of nowhere he make one mistake and that end his night. I can see that type of fight, but I'm gonna say Lomachenko unanimous decision as my prediction. But on the other side, I kind of, it would not shock me to see Teofimo knock him out in like 7 to 8 rounds. Like catch him like right in the middle of an exchange.
I can see that.
And down goes, what they call them, Matrix.
High tech. Yeah, Matrix.
Yeah.
High tech.
Jerome?
Man, he gonna beat the hell out of Teofimo Lopez. I mean, he gonna beat the hell out of Teofimo Lopez, man. I like Teofimo Lopez, but he's not getting that. Look, he's flat-footed. I mean, he telegraphs his punching. I mean, he can punch. He's a good fighter. I think I applaud him for wanting this fight. I feel like he should have took 1 or 2 title defenses before he stepped in the ring with a guy of this caliber. I just think that, yeah, I agree with you saying too, Smooth Cat. Lomachenko has looked hittable. I don't know if that's by design or what. I mean, he ain't that old, but he's fought so many damn amateur fights that, that mileage started to add up. But his foot speed, his footwork, his ring IQ, he got underrated power. He's a good body puncher. I feel like his ring IQ is just like Andre Ward type level, or Floyd. Maybe under those guys, he just got a high intellect. His team, he in tremendous condition, and he been really talking big boy shit. Lomachenko don't normally talk no shit. You know what I'm saying? He really want to put hands on Lopez. I think that Lopez, like I said, he ain't gonna have the foot speed to keep up with him. It's kind of gonna look like Nicholas Walters all over again. I see him spinning the shit out of Lopez, in and out, different angles, outboxing him, maybe even to make him quit. You know what I'm saying? I think that he gonna beat the shit out of Teofimo Lopez. Look, man, if this was it, and I like Lopez. I think Lopez, he got that left hook. I mean, he got the power, he got speed, but again, like Percy said, all that shit don't matter when you at this level, especially against this. This is different from Davis Lee of Santa Cruz. We going to a different caliber when you talking about Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep that in mind. I know I like a good upset. I like to see the underdog win, but I feel like Teofimo about to get taken to school, man. He talking a lot of shit, but I don't believe the shit he talking. I got Lomachenko late stoppage.
Wow. Man, it's so weird. I think all the guys we breaking these fights down to, I damn near can't remember their last fight. Seems like it's been so long ago.
Yeah.
I think, man, honestly, this is something nobody's talking about. I think it might come down to corners, and I just think Teofimo has one of those go get that motherfucker kind of dads. That ain't gonna cut it in these kind of fights, man. He's gonna need that 60 seconds got to be valuable.
Yep.
And I just don't think his dad is capable to step up to where Lomachenko's dad is in terms of the advice he's given. So I think it may come down to corners. I think it's going to be a lot of strategic adjustments made. I lean Lomachenko with that. It's weird because I agree with what my man said. I think if Teofimo would have got a little more experience, which I hate saying that because we always want to see these guys in there quick, but a little bit more experience, maybe I would go different. I think Lomachenko is another guy. Climbing in weight, he's been looking a little more average, but I think he really wants to make a statement with this fight. I don't see a stoppage, but I see him winning kind of wide margin. I hope it don't look like the Nicholas Walters fight. I want a little more competitive.
Yeah. I just hope this fight don't ruin Lopez's confidence moving forward because it's some big dogs at 140 that present a whole different challenge.
Yeah.
I think that I could see it playing out a lot like because I agree with what a lot of people are saying or what you guys are saying. I think that I could see Loma boxing the hell out of him for 11 rounds, maybe 10 rounds. And then I just see him possibly making that mistake later on where Teofimo catches him. But I just think it's going to be too late. Like, I just think the experience and at this stage, I think that Loma has been at the stage a little bit more against world-class fighters more than Teofimo has.
So you're looking at a Chavez, Sergio Martinez kind of.
Yeah, I was actually going to say that. I was actually going to say that. That's exactly what I see. And then, if then possibly running it back because of that moment. And then I could see that happening in this fight, actually. Do I think Teofimo is good enough to win this fight? I do think so. But I could see him wasting a lot of energy trying to make it a fight where I could see Loma making it a boxing match. So
when you say good enough, how do you mean good enough? Do you mean just like actually
if he approaches it and if he has composure, if he has the composure and sticks to the game plan that he has, he can very well pull this off, is what I'm saying. I just don't know if he has the experience to have that composure. And I could see him getting frustrated in there because, like, a fighter like Loma, fighting him, you're going to get frustrated trying to fight him and dealing with all of the angles and how he punches and activity and spending and this and that. I could see him frustrating Teofimo to the point that he's using some of that energy trying to make it a fight, is what I'm saying, if that makes sense.
And that's the thing, before you jump in, that's the thing about it. I just feel like him doing that, the foot speed is going to be where he's going to have to play catch up, mentally and physically. And I feel like right now it's too much.
But Loma has showed you that he can have lapses and he can get rocked and he can get put down.
He can, but I think he's not playing around with this fight. I don't think he's gonna do no showboating. I think he's gonna treat each round like this is his first championship fight. He's gonna boom, 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 hand raise, give me my titles, and go on back to the Ukraine.
Man, he gonna taste that canvas at least once.
I know you want that. I know you want that to happen, but it ain't happening. Not this fight, my friend. Not this fight.
He gonna touch that canvas.
He gonna touch it. He gonna touch it and pick his belts up. I be dropping out his hands.
Hey, no, whoa, hold on. Hey, no, I'm not. I ain't say Lopez is gonna win. I said that Lomachenko gonna touch that canvas.
Yeah, they're gonna touch feet, or they're gonna trip. He gonna trip over his feet or something. That's probably what.
Trip over the title, man. He
gonna get caught with a right hook.
IBF title,
he gonna go down.
He gonna trip over that IBF title on his way out the ring. Like, damn, shit, that's my new belt.
I left this here. My bad. Let me pick it up.
Oh man, nah. I was thinking about this fight all day. I practiced what I wanted to say because I am seeing this in a certain vision. I am looking at them at the press conferences, and I was watching that little kind of 24/7 doc on ESPN. To me, T.O.'s either gonna punish Loma or was damn he's gonna act like Rigo and damn quit. Because the way he's talking, it is only gonna go one or two ways.
One extreme or the other. Huh?
Yeah, it's only gonna go one. It's only gonna go one or two ways.
And it better go ass whooping way, no quitting.
Cause
I was battling a shoulder injury.
Because he is either gonna put on the performance of his life, or well, he's gonna nut up. Because him and his father are talking cold cash shit.
You about to nut up, man.
But if you look at it, Loma's out of character too.
Yes.
You actually want him mad. You don't even want him to fight how he wants to fight. And if I'm T.O., I am going to use that boxing because we all have boxing generalizations. None of us think Euro damn fighters are damn tough. I am going to make him fight me tough. And if you look over the last couple of years, the damn big Euro fighters who are supposed to be tough, when they damn get in tough, they don't like it.
True.
Bully to a bully seen him. He didn't like it. Triple G was the big drama show.
But I think this is bad. I think Triple G. I don't think
came in that second fight. He was boxing. He didn't want it tough. Even damn versus Jacobs, his ass was boxing on his back foot.
I think what makes this fight so interesting is when you first said we're gonna break down Teofimo and Lomachenko, we was all like, man, this is a tough one, and we all picked one or the other by a landslide. That's what makes this fight interesting, because you really don't know, man. Like, I went through this shit so many times in my head, and it's a tough one.
Yeah. Tomorrow I might pick Tio tomorrow.
For real, bro. Like, you just I thought I was gonna learn so much about Teofimo Lopez and the Comey fight, and no fault of his own, but him stopping him early almost robbed us of us seeing him in deep water.
And he robbed himself of it, like you said.
Absolutely.
You can't help it if you knock a motherfucker out there. I ain't gonna complain about that. You just have to work on it in the gym and hope that when that time comes, you can show the world what you made of. But I just feel like man.
But actually, like what him and his father is saying, they are gonna push Loma back and then fight him on the inside, because most Eastern European fighters are great technical boxers.
Mm-hmm.
They don't damn fight on the inside well. That isn't what they like. Probably the only Euro fighters who actually fight well on the inside usually come and get a American trainer. Because you actually see that is what Fury did in the Dan Wilder rematch. He was like, if I go out here and kind of box him, he is going to eventually catch me. So I'm going to go step to him. Then that actually put Wilder in shock. Like, oh shit, because Wilder's not an inside fighter himself.
Hell no.
Oh damn, Fury stepping to him, messed him up, and I don't think Loma can. I don't think, because Teal's a big kid, he is gonna take the fight well if Teal really steps to him. Because if you look at his face the last couple of fights, his ass has been getting knotted up, and none of them was really big.
I'm on their way. They'll be in a minute.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like, but when you say Fury got tremendous footwork. I mean, he's a pure boxer. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that from Lopez, not at this stage. I mean, I don't see him being able to. You got to cut the ring off. He's gonna have to fight him on the inside. He's gonna have to force him. Either he's gonna have to get Lomachenko to oblige, want to do that machismo, or he's gonna have to cut the ring off and force it himself. And I don't think he got those capabilities to pin, Lomachenko on the ropes to do what he need to do on the inside. You know what I'm saying?
And unless he got old overnight, possibly. And maybe not overnight, but COVID's a little different. So
I think Loma's willing. I think Loma's willing to oblige, because he don't really like this trash talking, because he then feels disrespected. To me, he's gonna try to prove a point. Maybe he will, but sort of like Mike, I think if T.O. lands, his ass gonna hit the canvas.
Yeah.
But what
I
if
just don't know if he will. I just think it'll be too late.
I got one question. I got one question for everybody. Okay. If something, let's say something astronomical happens in this fight, and let's say it's a first round knockout in this fight, on a scale of 1 to 10, how surprised would you be if Teofimo Lopez knocks Lomachenko out in 1 round?
I'll be shocked to the motherfucker.
10.
My mouth would be to the ground.
10.
I'll be at a 10.
I'll be at 11.
2.
That'll be like, what did that happen with this?
He said a 2. I said 11. I'm with JG. 11. I'm always shocked.
No, I think y'all overestimate Lopez.
Best shot to me, T.O.'s best shot is early. Late is then when he's gonna start getting picked apart.
I would just be shocked that because I mean technically Loma, with how great he is, I would just be surprised that his experience would allow him to get dropped like that in the first round. It's happened though, so I mean, I just would be shocked at this matchup at it happening. Even though Teofimo has it, I'd be really shocked.
If that happened, I'd be like, this is bullshit right here. I'm like, damn, that shit right here. I'm like,
and also, I'd be like, I don't know who beats this kid.
No, I ain't feel that.
I'm just not. No, but bro, if he drops him in the first round like that, like he a ragdoll, like, bruh.
Like, that would be Comey and Lomachenko back to back that he called early. You're right. I would say damn, who can beat him?
But you got to say that
Haney.
There's a lot of people. That's what I'm saying. Styles make fight. You can't base it off of one performance. Yeah, that'd be catching lightning in the bottle twice. If he stopped Lomachenko like that, you would really have to say, all right, whatever. But
now his ass got to move up. That's what you're gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, like the road is gonna get tough for all these young fighters, man. Not just Loma not just Lopez or Davis. These young fighters in that ring in this class, man, they got a chance to bring boxing back. Honestly, if they do what they need to do. So we're gonna see Saturday night though. See the ass get whooped.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting. To me, I don't really see a competitive fight either way. I think whoever wins is gonna dominate it.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see a close fight.
I hope it's a competitive fight. I don't want to be right about Loma whooping his ass. I want it to be a great fight because I'm tired of these whitewashes. I want it to be like the fucking the Barnachek and old boy fight. I want motherfuckers to be on the canvas 10 times a piece. And the judges really got to be able to goddamn. The judges really got to show that boxing IQ. They know what they talking about. Hell, you know what I'm saying? And shit.
You're talking about 10 times a piece.
Man, I wanted the fight to be like Linares and fucking Lomachenko. Didn't nobody think Linares was gonna be able to do that shit that he did?
Right.
That dive that last round, I'm like.
Then when he got knocked out, I was like, shit. And I thought it was gonna be an upset with the cards and shit.
Fellas, I hate to dip out, man. It's been real, y'all. I got to dip out, bro. I got to take the call.
All right, man.
Next time, link me in next time, bro. I appreciate it, man.
All right, man. Thanks for joining.
No doubt, bro. Y'all stay up.
All right.
All right, bro.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I'm like, this one, T.O.'s talking cash shit, so it's either going to help him or, well, he going to get his ass skinned in there.
My boy Wilder talked that cash shit too, and we see what happened. And I hate to say that, but he was what he say? The little meme he made when a motherfucker say he gonna knock him out. He talking about Fury and what happened. Oh, I'm saying that cash shit don't mean nothing, but a lot of backlash if you get your ass beat. So I mean, I hope it's a great fight. I ain't got no dog.
I'll be honest with you. Tony Harrison talked a lot of cash shit to Charlo too.
Yeah, but I mean, he ended up getting knocked out, but that was a good fight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you gotta be who you are at the end of the day. Even if like Wilder, you can't be embarrassed or shy away from being who you are. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta make sure your ass prepared when you step in that ring because it's just you and your opponent. You know what I'm saying? So as long as Teofimo give it his best shot, hey, the young guy, he's 23, man. I just hope if he loses, which I think he will, that it don't ruin him like Kawasaki did Jeff Lacey and a whole bunch of other fighters that were ruined by one-sided losses.
But here is another thing to me. Bob Arum going down forward has more stake in Tio. Do you actually think he puts him in there if he really thought he would get beat?
I don't think Bob Arum cared at this point. He probably like, I got like 1 or 2 years left.
Yeah.
And I want a good fight.
He wins either way. He wins either way. Whoever wins.
Exactly. Because he getting 27. Well, I think he get 29% of Lomachenko check, and he gonna get 27% of Teo's. He walking away with 56% of the earnings. He's winning.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be better for him if it was a close fight and he can get a rematch because that's another 56%.
Look, hey, because he'll surely make a trilogy out of it.
But I don't think it's gonna. If this is a controversial fight or a draw, I don't think they're gonna run it back at 135 because Lopez can't make it after this. I don't think Lopez is gonna be able to make it. He already said this is his last fight at 140.
Well,
he'll be a down fool.
Wait.
A rematch at 135. He better have that motherfucker come at a catch weight. If not,
so Lopez he didn't outgrew 135.
Yeah, he been saying that this is last fight.
Right, but the thing is, I mean, at 140, I don't know about his prospects at 140 though. It's some killers at 140.
They about to move Josh Taylor Ramirez after they fight each other. They moving up, so he ain't got to worry about that. Devin Haney,
right, but he still got to worry about what's Regis.
Regis at he at 147. He ain't going back to 140 because once Taylor move up, he chasing that fight? You know what I'm saying?
Plus he ain't gonna fight Regis, man. Regis is PBC now, so.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's just a one fight thing. It ain't a long term contract. So after that, he doing that what Mikey Garcia doing with the zone. You know, he fight bases and shit. So he can fight whoever he want to fight after this. I mean, them PBC fighters can fight whoever the fuck they want to fight. They just got to open their mouth and say it. Mm-hmm. That's all that shit is. There ain't really no Cold War no more. Oscar out of the picture. Shit, it's just niggas and their egos.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is here.
Shit, Oscar training for a fight right now. That's what he is. Oscar, after all this done, Oscar got to get his ass back in the ring and make some money, bro.
Oscar's supposed to be what's going. If the rumor that I seen true, he's supposed to be willing to let what's my boy name? I can't think of his name right now. Let Chixera fight Charlo. That's what I seen. I'm not sure if it's true though.
I know. Well, I know Bob Aaron got options on Chixera as well. Since he beat old boy his fighter. I mean, I say make it happen. Niggas be talking about this, that, and the third. Man, make the fight happen. It don't matter. And you a champion, make the fight happen. I don't care about. Exactly. I don't really care if Charlo win or lose. Honestly, I ain't really got no dog on the race. But I hate when motherfuckers be clowning fighters for saying they gonna win or something. Like, what you want to say, man? Charlo gonna beat my ass. No.
Yeah, really.
No.
Shit. Man, he gonna fuck me up when we like. Oh.
Yeah, no matter if we think it's true or not. That's like I don't want to see no fighter that say that shit. Charlo gonna beat my ass. I'm not gonna watch that fight. Click. Like I hate when fighters fans be clowning motherfuckers for saying what they supposed to say. Shit.
And I always say, look, if you ain't got self belief, you ain't got no belief.
Exactly. Well, you know what I'm saying. Jashir might go in there. Who knows, man? I hope for competitive fights, honestly, bro. It don't even matter to me. I want these motherfuckers to be in some great fights because that's what push boxing forward, man. Motherfuckers be wanting their favorite fighters just be whitewashing everybody. Fuck that.
Charlo just gonna go up to him like, I want to fight.
And then, you know, he's like, okay.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, Chixera told me that he got a humorous side. He said he put the little kitty cat head on Charlo.
Why you looking at me all crazy?
You gotta do it like that, man.
Hey, is that your doo-doo voice?
Yeah.
Hey, shit, these niggas crazy, man. Man, I can't even defend Demetrius Andrade, man. He right behind
Who set them interviews up?
Hey, that's when he was legit. though. That was when he was legit. You see, he stopped calling answering.
Hey, y'all stop calling me all crazy. My name is Andrade.
Just the guy on the seat.
We was calling him Andrade.
Yeah, I used to fuck his name and say Andrade. Yeah.
Called him Andrade to his face. Is it Andrade? How you pronounce your name? Andrade? It's Andrade.
Motherfucker, your name gonna be what I damn call it.
Hey,
Billy
I think the funniest interview reaction, I remember me and Jarrell did an interview, and Jarrell was like, yeah, you know, the former champion. He said, no, two-time champion.
Three times. Devin Alexander.
Dude, that was man, I was crying.
Ooh, Betty B.
What's the third one?
There you go.
Yeah, you know, three times.
There you go. Say that name again, JG.
He was like, oh, Betty B.
Yeah, nigga,
Hey, you know what? Hey, hey, Devin my boy, but I ain't gonna lie. Hey, the way he say that name, man, I was like, oh my god. Bethel B. I'm like, oh man.
You know, I was about to say something. Hit me on live.
I heard it.
No, I'm about to say something. No, I'm glad I called myself. We still on live. I ain't trying to burn up bridges and shit. Take this to the chat.
Hold on, damn. Let me end this real quick.